The Indus Valley Civilization was characterized by well-planned cities with advanced urban layouts. Sophisticated drainage systems were a key feature of Indus Valley cities, demonstrating advanced engineering. Standardized brick construction and organized city planning reflect the Indus Valley Civilization's sophisticated urban management. The Indus Valley Civilization thrived on extensive trade networks. Goods and resources were exchanged with Mesopotamia and other regions, fostering economic prosperity. Trade was a key factor in the Indus Valley Civilization's economic success. The Vedic period marks the migration of Aryans into the Indian subcontinent. The arrival of Aryans led to the introduction of Vedic culture. The Vedic period saw the formation of early kingdoms in the region. The Vedas are a collection of ancient religious texts that are foundational to Hinduism. The compilation of the Vedas significantly shaped the socio-cultural landscape of ancient India. These texts are considered primary sources for understanding the religious and philosophical beliefs of the Vedic period. Chandragupta Maurya rose to power through military conquests, establishing the Mauryan Empire. The Mauryan Empire was characterized by significant administrative reforms. Chandragupta's reign marked a period of centralized governance and economic development in ancient India. The Kalinga War prompted Ashoka's conversion to Buddhism, marking a pivotal shift in his reign. Ashoka's conversion led to the implementation of policies centered on peace, nonviolence, and Dharma. The Mauryan Empire, under Ashoka, emphasized Dharma, influencing its governance and societal values. The Mauryan Empire implemented an efficient administrative system to govern its vast territory. Extensive road networks facilitated trade, communication, and military movement throughout the empire. Standardized weights and measures ensured fair trade and economic stability within the Mauryan Empire. The Gupta period is recognized as the Golden Age of India, marked by significant cultural and intellectual achievements. Advancements in science and mathematics flourished during the Gupta era, including notable contributions to astronomy and algebra. Literature and art reached new heights with the creation of classic Sanskrit works and intricate sculptures. The Gupta period saw significant advancements in astronomy, medicine, and mathematics. Gupta-era astronomy included accurate calculations of solar and lunar eclipses. The concept of zero as a number and its use in calculations originated during the Gupta period. The Gupta period saw a significant flourishing of art and literature. Masterpieces, like the Ajanta caves, exemplify the artistic achievements of the Gupta era. The works of Kalidasa represent the literary excellence achieved during the Gupta period. The Delhi Sultanate was established by Turkic rulers in medieval India. The Sultanate introduced new architectural styles, blending Islamic and Indian designs. The Delhi Sultanate implemented new administrative systems that influenced governance in the region. The Bhakti movement emphasized devotion as a path to spiritual liberation. The Bhakti movement advocated for social reform and challenged caste-based discrimination. Bhakti saints disseminated teachings of love, equality, and universal brotherhood. The Vijayanagara Empire was characterized by a centralized administrative system. The empire's prosperity fostered significant cultural achievements in arts and literature. Grand cities within the Vijayanagara Empire served as centers of administration and cultural exchange. Babur's invasion marked the beginning of the Mughal Empire, transforming the political landscape of the Indian subcontinent. Military tactics, including the use of cavalry and artillery, were crucial to Babur's success in establishing Mughal dominance. Political strategies, such as alliances and negotiations, played a significant role in consolidating the Mughal Empire's power and influence. Akbar's reign was marked by a policy of religious tolerance, exemplified by the Din Ilahi. The Mansabdari system was a key administrative reform during Akbar's rule, organizing the nobility and military. Akbar's patronage significantly advanced art and architecture within the Mughal Empire. The Taj Mahal exemplifies Mughal architectural grandeur, showcasing intricate marble craftsmanship and symmetrical design. Fatehpur Sikri represents the Mughal Empire's artistic significance through its blend of Islamic, Persian, and Indian architectural styles. The Red Fort demonstrates Mughal power and artistic expression through its imposing red sandstone walls and elaborate interior decorations. Aurangzeb's reign was marked by the imposition of jizya, a tax on non-Muslims. Aurangzeb pursued expansionist campaigns, extending the Mughal Empire's territory. Aurangzeb's policies had a significant impact on the social and economic stability of the Mughal Empire. Shivaji's resistance against the Mughals was characterized by innovative military strategies. Shivaji's administrative capabilities were crucial in establishing the Maratha Empire. The Maratha Empire's foundation was built on a combination of military prowess and efficient governance. European trading companies, including the Portuguese, Dutch, and English, arrived in India. These companies gradually established trading posts and expanded their influence inland. The arrival and expansion of European powers eventually led to the colonization of India. The British East India Company expanded its influence through military victories. Political strategies were crucial in the British East India Company's acquisition of Indian territories. The British East India Company gained control over Indian territories through a combination of military and political power. The British Raj introduced new laws to govern various aspects of Indian society and administration. Land revenue systems were implemented by the British Raj to generate income and control agricultural resources. Infrastructure development, including railways and irrigation, was a key policy of the British Raj. British rule introduced Western education, leading to the establishment of schools and universities. Social reforms, such as the abolition of sati and efforts to promote widow remarriage, were enacted during the British Raj. The socio-cultural impact of British rule fostered the rise of Indian nationalism and movements for independence. The Indian Rebellion of 1857 was fueled by grievances against British rule. Key causes included economic exploitation, cultural insensitivity, and political marginalization. The rebellion's consequences reshaped British policies and influenced the future of India. Early Indian nationalism saw the formation of organizations advocating for self-governance. These early movements aimed to promote political consciousness and unity among the Indian population. The efforts of these organizations laid the foundation for the broader Indian independence movement. The Indian National Congress was formed to provide a platform for educated Indians to voice their opinions and participate in governance. Early objectives of the Congress included promoting national unity, advocating for political reforms, and fostering dialogue between Indians and the British government. Key ideologies of early Congress leaders centered on constitutionalism, secularism, and gradual progress towards self-governance within the British Empire. Gandhi's leadership was characterized by the principle of non-violent resistance. The non-cooperation movement employed civil disobedience as a key strategy. The movement aimed to achieve self-governance through peaceful means and non-compliance with unjust laws. The civil disobedience movement, exemplified by the Dandi March, aimed to challenge British rule through non-violent resistance. The Dandi March significantly mobilized public opinion against the British salt monopoly. This movement strategically targeted the British salt tax, symbolizing broader opposition to colonial policies. The Quit India movement played a crucial role in accelerating India's journey to independence. This movement signified a final, decisive push for complete independence from British rule. The Quit India movement galvanized widespread participation and intensified the demand for self-governance. The partition of India involved the division of British India into India and Pakistan. Political and religious tensions were primary causes of the partition. The partition resulted in mass displacement, widespread violence, and significant loss of life. The integration of princely states was a crucial step in forming a unified India post-independence. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel played a pivotal role in negotiating and persuading the princely states to join the Indian Union. The integration process involved diplomacy, negotiation, and, in some cases, decisive action to ensure a cohesive nation. The Indian Constitution embodies the principles of democracy, secularism, and social justice. Key features of the Constitution include its emphasis on fundamental rights and directive principles. The framing of the Constitution aimed to establish a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. The Nehruvian era emphasized socialism as a guiding principle for economic policy. Planned development was a key feature, with 5-year plans directing economic growth and resource allocation. The establishment of public sector industries was prioritized to drive industrialization and economic self-reliance. The Green Revolution dramatically increased agricultural production through advanced technologies and improved crop varieties. Key components of the Green Revolution included high-yielding seeds, irrigation infrastructure, and the use of fertilizers and pesticides. The Green Revolution aimed to achieve self-sufficiency in food grains, reducing dependence on imports and ensuring food security. The Indo-Pakistani Wars encompass a series of conflicts between India and Pakistan since the partition of British India in 1947. Key conflicts include the 1947-48, 1965 and 1971 wars, as well as the Kargil War in 1999, each with distinct causes and consequences. These wars have resulted in significant geopolitical changes, territorial disputes, and lasting impacts on the socio-economic landscapes of both nations. The 1991 economic liberalization reforms opened up the Indian economy to global markets. These reforms aimed to promote economic growth through deregulation and privatization. Economic liberalization involved reducing trade barriers and encouraging foreign investment. The rise of the information technology sector in India has significantly contributed to economic growth. India's IT sector has gained global recognition for its innovation and service capabilities. The IT revolution has transformed India into a major player in the global technology landscape. Urbanization in modern India has led to significant population shifts and infrastructural development. Increased access to education has improved literacy rates and expanded opportunities for social mobility. Empowerment of women is transforming social structures and contributing to economic growth. India's space program has achieved success in launching numerous satellites for communication and observation. The Chandrayaan missions marked India's successful exploration of the moon. The Mars orbiter mission, Mangalyaan, demonstrated India's capability to reach and study Mars. India exhibits significant cultural diversity through its multitude of languages. Religious diversity is a defining characteristic of Indian culture, with various faiths coexisting. Indian cultural diversity is also reflected in its numerous traditions and customs. India's democratic institutions encompass elections, parliament, and the judiciary. Elections in India are a fundamental process for selecting representatives. The Indian Parliament functions as the legislative body, enacting laws and holding the government accountable. Gurukuls represent an ancient education system, emphasizing the Guru-Shishya relationship. The Guru-Shishya bond is central, fostering personalized learning and spiritual growth. Gurukuls adopt a holistic approach, integrating academics, ethics, and practical skills. Ayurveda is an ancient medical science with holistic principles focused on balancing mind, body, and spirit. Ayurvedic practices include herbal medicine, dietary adjustments, yoga, and meditation to promote health and prevent disease. Ayurveda contributes to healthcare by providing personalized treatments and emphasizing preventative care. Buddhism spread from India to various parts of Asia, significantly influencing local cultures. The spread of Buddhism profoundly impacted art, philosophy, and cultural practices across Asia. Buddhist principles and teachings integrated into local traditions, creating unique cultural expressions. The Chola and Pallava dynasties significantly contributed to art and architecture in South India. Chola architecture is characterized by towering temples and intricate sculptures, reflecting their advanced craftsmanship. The Cholas and Pallavas fostered maritime trade, expanding their influence across Southeast Asia. The Sufi movement emphasizes mystical teachings and spiritual experiences. Sufism promotes social harmony and religious tolerance through universal love and compassion. Sufi practices aim to achieve direct experience of divine reality through meditation, music, and poetry. Indian classical music and dance are characterized by intricate techniques and profound cultural significance. The development of these art forms reflects centuries of tradition and evolving artistic expression. These art forms embody a rich heritage, deeply intertwined with Indian history and spirituality. The Mughal era witnessed a significant influence of Persian language and culture across various domains. Persian profoundly impacted Mughal literature, art, and architecture, shaping its aesthetic and intellectual landscape. This cultural exchange enriched the Mughal Empire, fostering a unique synthesis of Persian and Indian traditions. The colonial education system introduced Western ideas and values into Indian society. This system led to the decline of traditional Indian education systems and knowledge. The colonial education system created a class of educated Indians who served the interests of the colonial administration. Women have played significant roles in Indian history, contributing to politics, society, and culture. Their contributions span various fields, including governance, social reform, and artistic expression. Highlighting these roles provides a more complete and nuanced understanding of India's historical narrative. India significantly contributes to global science and technology through research and innovation. India's cultural influence extends worldwide through its diverse art, music, and philosophical traditions. India's growing economic power and skilled workforce drive global business and development.